Hey, happy Friday, October the 3rd, 2025. It is my birthday, the big 4-8. Wow, I'm old. But anyway, it's going to be a short one today. My daughter is going to take me out to lunch to get some Mexican, not Mexicant. So I thought I'd hop online for maybe 30, 40 minutes and go over a few things. One thing I was noticing today was the comments to some of the ads that pop up, like this one, for example, Ethos is not a horrible company. The prices are a little bit higher. I don't like the way they're quoted. A lot of times they give you a price, and then once you start to proceed with it, the price increases. And I don't think it's intentional. They just don't get enough information before you give you the actual amount. For to get an accurate price, usually you need your age, your gender, whether or not you smoke, your height, your weight, any kind of medical history to get a more accurate quote. But I'm just looking at some of the comments here. First of all, it says, "Be the mom with life insurance, 700,000 term for 29 a month." One thing you always have to do, all zero viewers, is to take a look at the fine print. It says sample rate, 10-year term policy for a 40-year-old healthy, non-smoking female. So that's what you have to look at for the fine print. Just because it's going to be $29 for that situation, more than likely, if you're 40 years old, really healthy, you probably want to get at least a 20-year term. So that's probably going to go up to like 40 or 50, maybe $60 for the policy. So people go online, they look for this, they put in their information, and all of a sudden they're hit with higher price. Such as Faye, I can't pronounce the name. She says that triple the price. So that is something to look out for. Always look out for the fine print. And I'm just going to go through here and see if I can find a few more. This Nate from Nationwide, it says term or permanent. We know that term does expire after a certain period of time, and it's important for younger people to have. I think it should almost be mandatory, just because you probably got like a spouse. It depends on your income. You've got kids. You've got a mortgage. You've got all of these responsibilities that you're going to take care of in the next 20 to 30 years. But if something were to happen to you, who's going to step in and take responsibility for that? So that's why term policies are fantastic. I highly recommend them. Permanent insurance is more for senior citizens, a little bit older. They're kind of planning for the final expenses, such as burial, cremation, maybe to have a little bit more left over for kids. But those are the big differences. Permanent life insurance, the price doesn't increase. It doesn't cancel unless you decide to cancel it. It's more expensive than term for sure. The coverage amounts is lower because it's going to cover burial expenses and cremations, as opposed to term where it's designed to cover like a mortgage, like income replacement. So those are the biggest differences. So let's go through and see if we can find some more. Are there any comments on here? What do they say? Anything good? No comments. That's fine. Nationwide is not a bad company at all. Name recognition, and which I like personally. And the reason I like the name recognition is because, due to the name recognition, and I'm not saying any company would do this. I haven't encountered. Well, there was one, but they went out of business. But most companies will they honor the contract. Like a life insurance policy is a contract. Your end of the contract is to fill out the application, be honest on the application. If you're approved, your part of it is to make the monthly payments, and their obligation is if something happens to you, they pay the money that they agreed to pay. So let's take a look and see if we can find any more ads. I should have tons of them here. I think they stopped providing those phony ads on my timeline, the ones that I've been reviewing for the senior citizens, where it says free 25,000, free $40,000. So I haven't been seeing as many of those. Hopefully, people will stop calling them. That's what I'm hoping. No one should have to go through that kind of headache to get life insurance. Okay. All right. This next door for business. This is just a side note, right? Like if you're looking for something online, whether it's solar, roofing, if you're looking for AC repair, flooring installations, life insurance, anything along those lines, don't put your information online, right? Find a local business or find a business and call them directly. Because a lot of times what happens with these advertisements is they get your information, right? Let's say that you see an advertisement for solar and you're like, oh yeah, I could look into solar. It's just a marketing company gathering your information and then selling it to one or multiple solar companies, and they'll just call you nonstop. And it's not going to be the same company. So what it does, it triggers an alert that, hey, this person's looking for solar. And all of a sudden you have like 10 to 20 different companies calling you. They'll say something like, I'll be in the area next week, and when's a good time to stop by? So just be careful. Do not put your information online unless you absolutely have to. All right. Okay, renters insurance. Got some stuff here. It's heated. Okay. When your Zoom meeting gets heated, you turn off your camera and enjoy a cupcake. Yeah, luckily I don't have to do too many Zoom meetings these days. I used to work for a bank for a little over 10 years, and they had Zoom meetings every single day. Most of the time, the meetings were designed just to CYA, but they became annoying. So, yeah, that's good advice. And they do have a tendency to get heated. So, all right. All right, here we go. A health plan price, no medical exam. So this is looks like this is for health insurance. Oh, okay, just for burial. So plans from $9 a month. See, it's true. You could probably get a plan for $9 a month. It's probably going to not give you very much coverage at all. It's going to be based, the metrics for the life insurance is going to be the same, no matter how they format the price. It's going to be based on your age, your height, your weight, whether or not you smoke, medical history, medications you're currently taking, and then they're going to figure out how much it's going to cost per unit, like Colonial Penn does. The $9.95 per unit, and the unit depends on like all of those factors I mentioned. So the unit could be $1,000. The unit could be $200. They still make the same. They still run the same metrics to determine the cost. They just format it in a way where it's like $9. So $9 could get you maybe 1,000. It could get you 100. So let's take a look at some of the comments on this one. Looks like this one's popular. Wants too much info. Correct, right? So whenever you go to fill this out, if they are collecting information to call you, they'll ask for your name, your email address, your address, your age. They'll ask for the beneficiary. They'll ask for all of that stuff. This person says more information. Looks like whoever posted the ad did not reply to her. I'm surprised agents haven't hopped in and said, call me, which happens quite a bit. Newton Campbell said, need more information. No one's replied to them either. So it's possible, and I've seen this happen before, is that they post this advertisement and then they have their friends hop on and say, hey, I need info, I need info. So it has the illusion of popularity. So if there's a lot of people responding, then you get more people. I think PT Barnabas, is it Barnabas? Barnum, that's who it is. I think PT Barnum did that too, like where he would like create a crowd. Like he would hire, like 30 or 40 people that were like excited and they wanted to see what's happening. Then naturally other people would come along. So that happens a lot in advertisement where they'll hype it up in an inorganic method by getting their friends hop on. And also they do that with the shares too. If you look at the shares, that's where that happens. Ed, Eduardo said, where is this? Tammy Johnson Smith said, this is a lie. It's probably not a lie. It is highly deceptive for sure. I think if it's held up to legal standards, you could get a $9 policy, but it's not going to be very much at all. Amin said, is this burial insurance? Yes, this is burial insurance. This is not my ad, by the way. Let's see. Yep. Saving Grace said, yep, get ready, God avenges. I'm not sure what that means as far in the context of this post, but there you have it. Let's see, another huge lie. See, these people are frustrated. They're absolutely frustrated with the marketing campaigns. They're probably frustrated with the spam calls. Let's see, Michael Schaefer said, con artists fill the info, then refill Just give my F quote. I do not want 5 zillion phone calls. All right. See, he's gone through the gauntlet. Michael Schaefer has definitely gone through the gauntlet when looking for life insurance. Uh, Tony Patty says Don Special. I'm not sure what that means. Uh, the box is such a waste of money. Just to show me for one day there will be a rotting body inside makes a mess of the inside, and the outside will either rust away or rot away from all the dampness. But to each his own. Okay, so at least Dave Conkwright Senior said to each his own. I respect that. Yeah, a lot of times a box isn't for you, but it's for the family members. It's more of like your traditional ceremonial event where people, they walk up to the casket, they pay their final respects. So it's more for, I think it's more for the family. I agree with you. I do not want an expensive casket at all. But yeah, like you said, to each his own. Uh, this is what happens to rappers. I don't know what that means in the context of this. Scam. Ham.Puradat said this is a scam. Carlos Kalina said for 89-year-old. I think for 89 years old, it's gone outside of the age limit. I think most insurance carriers, or I know most insurance carriers, they stop at around 85. Like once you're 85, the average life expectancy between 72 to 78, 89, it's well past the average life expectancy. If you did get a plan, it's probably going to be really expensive, and you'd really have to factor in whether or not that is justifiable, right? You know, just something to think about. Anything to steal more money from the public, scammers. Okay, I'm not sure if this is a scam. I think it's just information gathering to call you nonstop. Well, I guess that could be classified as a scam. Let's see. Why wouldn't people pay a funeral service to lock in current prices? That's a good question, right? I think one of the reasons Jason Davis is for the fact that a lot of times you have to pay it all up front. From a lot of the funeral homes I've called and talked to about these plans, and it could be different. There could be different ones, but you could either pay all of it up front. They could take out a life insurance policy on you. A lot of them have life insurance or life insurance licenses, or you could be a pay as you go type thing. And for what I've seen for more than one pay as you go type service, is the prices could increase every year. So you could be paying on something, you think the balance is going down, but the next year when the new prices come out, you could owe more. So those are a few reasons why they might do that. Another thing is if you start paying on something and you pass away, your family's still going to be left with a balance. Um, if you and Another reason could be if you show up to a funeral home with $20,000 in life insurance, the more than likely the cost of the funeral is going to be 20,000. You know, just something to look out for. And this person said all bullshit. All right. Uh, let's see. This person, Gloria Jones. It looks like Gloria Jones might be an agent. Let's see. Yep, Gloria Jones was like, "Hey, call me." All right. I respect the initiative. And I'm not sure what Michael David McClory said. Certified legal nurse consultant, registered nurse. He has got a massive hyperlink posted here. I'm not sure what that is for. I am not going to go to it just in case, but so let's take a look and see what this actually is. I can apply now, $9. Let's see if they're actually going to be legit and give me a quote, or are they going to gather my information and call me nonstop. Look, my web browser saved my information, so that is the correct zip code. If anyone wants to come and grill, all 0 people in the chat, you're more than welcome to. It is 29745. All right, let's see. I'm going to put in my actual birthday. Let's take a look here. Let's see what we've got. Is there going to be anything good? Are they okay? So it's at the bottom. It shows the different companies that they use. Trans America, that is a life insurance company. I think Prudential does it. AIG is really good. MetLife. I see MetLife more with employers. John Hancock is good. John Hancock, if anybody is interested, all 0 people. John Hancock has a retirement thing for medical for retirement communities. They've got a good plan. My father-in-law actually has that. Mutual of Omaha, top notch, love them. So they've got a few. It looks like they've got health and life insurance here. Let's see, coverage, length, and this is what gets a lot of people, right? Is it going to be final expense or term? The rule of thumb for that is if you're younger, I'm going to say younger because you can be young at any age. But if you're in, I'd say you're 25, from 25 to around 50, a term policy, if you're healthy enough, you haven't been diagnosed with major conditions, a term policy is the way to go. I am 48 today, so I'm going to go with maybe a 20-year term. Or no, I'm sorry, we were going for the final expense. So let's go for the final expense. Let's see, I want a traditional burial, nothing too fancy. Let's go with 15,000. I'm going to say male. I am 5'8", and unfortunately, I am over 200. I know I need to lose weight. I am working on that. So now it's asking for my street address. I do not feel comfortable putting in my street address for things like this because, like I said, some agents will actually go to your house and knock on the door. They'll hold up a form like, "Hey, Miss Jones, I'm just here to get back to you about this information you requested. Do you have a minute?" And they've got their script to get into the door. So I am going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 Southeast West Main Street. Let's see if they can find that in York, South Carolina. And you can also call them directly. The only thing about calling them directly, it's the best way to do it, but they still have caller ID, so they could call you back. You just have to tell them if you're not interested. Just make it clear that you're not interested. So you could call them to get it, but let's see what they provide here. First name, last name. Let's go with Tommy Tallywhacker. We'll do Tommy Tallywhacker today. Let's see, email address and phone number. This is a major red flag. Tommy Tallywhacker 78 at gmail.com. I'm going to put in the South Carolina area code and followed by the 8675309. And then submit. Let's see. All right, so then it takes you to this. So this is, I think they've got a referral plan set up. So if you go to these, you can probably get quotes or taking you directly to the carrier. So there's some cookies in your web browser. So if you do get a policy, they're gonna, get a kickback from that. Globe Life. Oh, Globe Life. Why Globe Life? All right, so here, $1 buys you $50,000. That is definitely a term policy. It's probably an increasing term policy, which I don't like. I don't like the increasing terms, which means like after the first year, whatever price you get, it's going to reevaluate the price based on your new age. So it's going to go up every 5 years. And then after the next 5 years, it's going to do the same thing until the policy is just not affordable anymore. And the goal of it is to get you to cancel before you turn 80 or to get you to cancel. So I would avoid increasing term policies. I'm not saying all Globe Life is increasing term, but I do know for a fact a good bit of them are. So the 50,000, it looks like a great deal, right? It's $1 for 50,000. That's for the first month. Okay, I'm going to say I'm an adult. All right. Let's see, Tommy. Let's do Tommy Tallywhacker. I'm going to say 1, 2, 4, 5 East, West. Let's do East Westbrook. I don't want to put in anyone's real address. All right. And see, we're going to do Tommy Tallywhacker 78 at gmail.com. I hope that is not anyone's real address. And 803-867-5309. Between 35 and 49. This is going to be for adult life insurance and submit. Let's see what Globe Life will do. All right, so it's still asking me for quotes here. Number of people is going to be one. It's going to be one person. Globe Life. Tommy Tallywacker, male. We do October 3rd, 1977. All right, and always look at this. Please provide the name, gender, birth date, proposed insured, so we can give you a free personalized rate quote. Monthly rates as low as $349 a month. Okay, as low as. All right, no medical exam, simple application, no waiting period, full coverage the first day, fast approval process. 349 for adults. It doesn't give you specifics. It doesn't say where you get that. Okay, so let's take a look and see what our quote is. All right, so no matter how much, no application. So $5,000 is $10 a month. 20,000 is $35 a month. Please read the policy description. This is like, look, that is very, very small. You see, policy description. Let's take a look at this. This is a modified premium term to 80 product. The initial term period can either be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 years in duration, depending upon the age which it's issued. All renewable term periods begin at a 5-year plus 1 age, i.e. 21, 26, 31, 36, 76. Oh, thank you, Siri. And will be 5 years in length for the final term. The final 4-year period, which will always begin at age 76, will expire, and the policy will terminate at the anniversary following the insured's 80th birthday. So that is what I don't like about that. So this is a annual renewable term. So if you're paying, and this is for someone who is 48, so a little bit on the younger side for final expense. This is a term policy and it will expire and the prices will go up. But please be aware of this, guys. Please do not get a policy that's going to increase every 5 years. Get a level term. And the way they structure this is if you get a $50,000 here versus a $50,000 level term, this is going to be cheaper, right? This $50,000 is going to be cheaper than if you get it somewhere else because they know they're going to make the money up in the back end. That's where it's going to come from. But if this is something you're interested in and if you're okay with it, then by all means go ahead. They will pay out if you do pass away. And no matter how much coverage you choose, $1 pays for your first month. Let's talk about that. Why do you think the first month is $1? Why do you think that? Because they're just all super nice? Are they nice to do that? The reason why it's $1 is if you cancel within the first 30 days, they have to refund you all of your money back, right? So let's say you have it for a month and it's $1, you're not going to cancel it, right? You're going to say, hey, I'm going to keep this. A lot of people are like, oh, it's only $1. But the second month, if they draft it from the second month, you know, let's say I got the 50,000 for 83.76 a month, which is for a term policy is high, by the way. If I got billed the second month, if I requested to cancel it, then they wouldn't refund anything back. So that's why I think, I can't speak for them. That's why I think it's $1 for the first month. It gets you in. If you're going to cancel, you're going to cancel in the second month after it's already been drafted. And it'll be too late to get your initial investment back. Like I said, $50,000 for someone who is 48 is a little on the high end. And plus the increasing term is not exactly beneficial. So let's take a look here. I'm just curious. My favorite carrier for term policies, hands down, bar none, is Banner Term, a company from Legal in General. So I'm just curious if I do the same thing. And see, I say non-smoker, male. I did put in South Carolina, so that's good. That is accurate. Like I said, if you want to cook out, you're more than welcome to join me. The lowest they go is 100,000. So let's take a look. This goes up to 80. And Banner Term does have a convertibility option, so you can convert it. Like once you once the term expires, you can't convert it. It's more expensive for the conversion to a whole life policy because whole life is more expensive, but that is an option and it is affordable. So let's say I just want to do a 30-year term, so it'll take me up to 78. It's going to be a flat term. So me, right here, 30-year term, which goes up to 78 years old. Price is not going to increase at all. At all. This price will not go up. This is a 30-year level term for 100,000, which is twice as much as this, right? But my math is mathing. 50,000 is half of 100,000. The 50,000 is 83.76 a month, and that's going to increase the next year, and it's going to increase every 5 years, and it's going to cancel at 80. This goes up into the age of 78. Price is not going to increase. Not going to do it. It's not going to happen. This is $30.13 a month. So you tell me. I think the way they get a lot of people is that it looks like whole life. It does, and that's cool, I guess. But they don't really explain that in a proper way. For my liking. I like for people to have the information, all zero of you, to be able to make an informed decision on their own. So I would always read the fine print. The best bet is to find a really good agent that is more focused on helping people. Right here. It doesn't have to be me. It could be someone. Make sure they're trustworthy, that you can depend on them to give you the actual information, and it's not all about getting the commission. So that is something to look out for as well. And let's see. So we went through that one. Let's see if we got any more. All zero people. Nobody's interested in life insurance. Nobody. What is this? Another battle, one battle after another. I think I've heard of this movie, but didn't strike me as something I wanted to see. All right, let's see what we got here. Get term life insurance 100% online, as little as 10 minutes, no medical. Just answer a few health questions. I think someone mentioned that they put in the information, they got a quote, and it came back that it was more expensive than what they expected. They will give you the offer before you submit it. So if they do make a modification before you accept the payment, they will have you confirm it. So the only downside is if they come back with a modified price with Ethos, that your information goes into an abandoned cart bin, and that is usually sold to agents or agencies, and they'll call you back to try to get you to finish it. All right, see if we got any more life insurance advertisements on here. Okay. All right, that's community. I might have to check this out. This is tomorrow. Community R check in. What are we doing here? Are we raising money? That could be something fun to do tomorrow. All right, I'll have to see if I can bookmark this. I'll put interested so I can pop up on that tomorrow. Okay, USAA. Small business insurance. All right, accident plans online. Scarecrow and Mrs. King. Wow, I think I did watch that when I was a really young kid. Let's see, probably like 6. I think it was on for a few years. He was a spy, she was a housewife, and he had to keep his identity in check or something. I don't remember too much about it. It was over 40 years ago. Okay. Let's see, credited. What is this? Okay, this retirement plan. What else do we have here? Okay, McKinsey Mack. Looks like that might be an AI. Get term insurance. Get term and life insurance 100% online with little as 10 minutes, no medical exam. Just answer a few health questions online. Let's see if we can learn. Oh, it's Ethos. Okay, it is Ethos again. Not bad if you want to completely avoid people. Like if you get a quote and you fill out the information, you don't bypass it, you won't get spammed. But if you change your mind, you probably get a few phone calls. Okay, more Ethos. Ethos is popular apparently. I do have Ethos too. It's like a backup just in case, but for term, I definitely prefer Banner, legal in general. For whole life, I love Mutual Omaha. There are companies that offer prices a little bit cheaper, but I do like the recognition of Mutual Omaha, the process, and I don't think you could go wrong with them. A lot of times they come back cheaper than most carriers. There's a few other ones that might have to save a few dollars, but for my money, Mutual Omaha is the way to go. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Oh, is a cat. What is this? A lost cat here in New York? No. Okay. Oh, here it is. It's my favorite. It's these phony advertisements. All right. Let's see what we got here. I don't know if you can hear the video, but I will do my best to transcribe. State approved, $25,000 final expense package. Let's continue until Friday. It's available until Friday, guys. So if you want that $25,000 state approved package, you got until Friday to do it. Most seniors haven't heard about it because the media hides it. Oh my God, this is so bad. This is so bad. Oh, they're secretly hoping you never find out about it. You hear that? There's a $25,000 state approved plan that they hope you never find out about. Wow, just the level of deception on these ads. It's mind blowing. Like, how could anybody with any level of integrity put something out like this? I mean, it baffles me. It really does. The money disappears back into the system, guys. So if you don't get it, you don't know about it because the media doesn't want you to. And if you don't get it, the money just goes back into the system. Oh my, sorry. Oh, the bigger the bonus they receive if you don't get it. So it's saying unlike life insurance could take a while to pay out, where this is here immediately. Didn't believe it at first, but then so he's approved, and then a few days later he receives a 25,000. What the hell are these people talking about? I'm sorry for the language. So they say it's completely easy and free to check. Oh my God. You don't have to provide personal information to see if you qualify. Oh my God. Oh, to see if you qualify, what they're going to do is they're going to ask for your age. They're going to ask for your location. If you're under 85, they're going to say you're approved or you're pre-qualified, and then they're going to ask you all of the relevant life insurance questions. This is the worst one I have seen. So this guy on here says that he got $25,000 the next freaking day. All right, I need to learn more about this. This is just beyond the pale. Uh, oh my God. No wonder seniors don't want to talk to anybody doing life insurance with this horse. You know what out there? Oh wait, why am I going to Windows? What? Oh my God. See, they look how they do this, right, guys? This is for life insurance. You click on learn more and it takes you to Windows. It's the same tactic that these marketers use. They use it for solar, they use it for Windows, they use it for flooring, they use it for HVAC, they use it for life insurance, they probably use it for 20 or 30 other things where there's a secret program that you just don't know about. And if you don't act now, you're not gonna get it. Oh my God, these people. Oh, I think this is going to be the end of it for me for at least the first half of the day. I'm going to get some lunch with my daughter. I'm going to see if she pays. I'm going to pay. Don't worry, I'm going to pay, but I'll at least let her make the offer. But please, guys, look out for these advertisements. Don't put your personal information in there, please. So this is looks like a bulk harvesting campaign where they're going to get information for home, auto, and you're going to have hundreds and hundreds of calls if you put any information in there. Oh my God, this is just makes me distrust more people than I would like to distrust. But there you have it. Anyway, until later this afternoon, I wish you have a great day. If you do need any information on life insurance, term or whole life, feel free to send me a text message, send me an email. If you're on Facebook, you can send me a direct message and I will be happy to help you out to get all the information you need. No pressure, no misleading information. So hopefully I can hear from you soon. And for all of the 0 viewers, I would like to thank you for stopping by. Until next time.